Whoa, how exciting. Kia ora and welcome. My name is ZoeStibi and I'm your vocal coach for today. In today's vocal analysis, we're looking at ADONXS with Kiss Kiss Goodbye acoustic version. I cannot wait to see what they're up to with their vocal technique. Let's get straight to it.
Blow me a kiss goodbye. No more my tears to dry. One kiss of love, one kiss of desperation. In a moment two of us collide. There's no other place to hide. Only one surprise when another eyes. Will you be my ride or die?
Holy shit. We need to have another listen to that. Wow, wow, wow. So we haven't heard... Whoa, let's just go back on this. We've got this lovely bass baritone sound, probably more of a baritone. You need to hear more of a voice in order to kind of make those kind of judgments. It honestly doesn't really matter, to be honest. We've got this like lower larynx. Probably we've got the soft palate in more of a mid position. We've got a little bit of nasality coming in there.
Blow me a kiss goodbye. No more my tears to dry. One kiss of love, one kiss of desperation. In a moment two of us collide. There's no other place to hide.
Okay, so we can see that there's a little bit of disconnection between the vocals and the sort of lip syncing. So this has been cleaned up a little bit in post-production, but you can hear all of the breaths. This does sound relatively live. So we're going to take it as that, yeah? So because on my channel, I only look at live performances. So we've got a little bit of nasality coming in when we're here.
One kiss of love, one kiss of
desperation. But do we care? No, because it's a really lovely way to bring in that style, just that slightly dampening of the sound. Desperation. Kind of the desperation is accentuated by the fact that we've got a little bit of that crying going on and a lowering of that larynx, adding to that sob quality.
In a moment two of us collide. There's no other place to hide. Only one surprise when another eyes. Will you be my ride or die?
Could be gonna ride or die. We'll go from a thick vocal fold or a thicker vocal fold. I don't really think ride or die, ride or... We're not really going from that super thick sound, but we are going from a thicker vocal fold sound because it's dependent on like how loud we're singing, but also kind of the quality of the sound. It sounds a little bit more right, it sounds a little bit softer, and we're switching up into that falsetto, ride or die, which is why we're hearing that big click in the sound as we're going from closed vocal folds into a quite stiff sound.
Will you be my ride or die? You seem so holy, it almost fooled me. Truly, when you said you love me.
Can you notice those two? True. These cheeks are going up. We've got more of a closed mouth. True. And a wider mouth shape. I mean, obviously this is lower, an octave lower than where I'm singing. Yeah, I can't get down that low. But we've got this change in the mouth shape there is really, really lovely because the lips and the cheeks do facilitate the sound that we're singing. So actually using that cheek lifting is going to help with the pitching in those high notes. And closing the mouth is going to help to focus the air. It's also very low breath quality, breath flow.
Seem so holy, it almost fooled me. Truly, when you said you love me, it almost moved me. Kiss, kiss, goodbye. Kiss, kiss, goodbye. Now keep your help apologies, drunken apathy over and over again. Kiss, kiss. Caught in emotion, you
Oh, wow. What a fabulous voice that he has. This is fantastic. So we go, kiss. Let's just go back on that because I'm just getting like all wound up. And I love that microphone that he's using.
What a place to hide. Only one surprise when another eyes. Will you be my ride or die?
So did you hear that? Ooh, they've taken the larynx up true. We've got a slightly brighter sound, and that's really important when we're going higher, especially to make sure that we're going true. Otherwise, we create a totally different sound that obviously he's not going for.
You seem so holy, it almost fooled me.
And then we've got this juxtaposition. You almost hold me, almost like over lowering the larynx to bring in that darkening of the sound. And I mean, this just creates sort of like the A to Z of the sounds there, which obviously increases our feeling of like, oh my gosh, this is so shocking and so wonderful. But it does actually fit really beautifully with the lyrics.
When you said you love me, it almost moved me. Kiss, kiss, goodbye. Kiss, kiss, goodbye.
So we go true, kiss, kiss, goodbye. So we're not going quite as high for this section, but this is where he's able to hit those thicker vocal folds and sound more in that louder chest voice quality, which actually sounds more exciting for us than that true, because that increase in the vocal fold contact actually accentuates that's more of a feeling of like a calling out, and that's what us with our mirror neurons we get really excited about, because when someone else is calling, we start feeling like we're calling out as well. It's what we get so excited about, these louder sounds.
Kiss, kiss, goodbye. Now keep your help apologies, drunken apathy over and over again. Kiss, kiss, caught in emotion, you're wearing me out. Tainted devotion, hard on the ground. Only one suffice when another eyes. Will you be my ride or die? Tell me why is that you seem so home.
Okay. He's been doing this for a long time. This is a very well-trained voice here. We've got a lot of stability in the sound. We've got, it's like perfectly on pitch. We've got this, you know, really, really large changes going on in the vocal quality, and like there's no insecurity in the sounds whatsoever. So I know that Adonis has been doing this for a really long time, and also really highly trained. Very, very lovely to see. It's just, this is a fantastic vocalist. So when we're seeing that going into the second verse,
Now keep your help upon. Kiss, kiss, caught in emotion, you're wearing me.
so we've got this forward tongue bit, caught in the motion. We've also got these lifting in the cheeks. That's really going to help us to lift that soft palate, which is the door to the back of the nose, which helps us to gain more resonance on the sound. And we, again, let's listen to the second verse. We don't have caught in the, we don't have an over lowering going on. So that's telling me that he's taken his larynx up to meet the pitch.
Tainted devotion, hard on the ground. Only one suffice when another eyes. Will you be my ride or die? Tell me why is that you?
And can you ride or die? We have less of a change between those two qualities because he's already like further up in the range, and it's closer in pitch. Ride or die. We just got a little bit of a click because we're gonna hear that ride up as we're going into those stiff vocal folds for those higher notes.
Tell me why is that you seem so holy, it almost fooled me. Truly, when you said you love me, it almost moved me. Kiss, kiss, goodbye. Kiss, kiss, goodbye. Now keep your help apologies, drunken apathy over and over again.
love acoustic versions of songs. You can just hear the voice so much. Like, it's so much better through the mix. I just absolutely love it. What a fantastic singer. And again, we heard going down for the pre-chorus down lower, but it wasn't quite as dark as before, because what happens is as we're taking the larynx up, we kind of, as we're coming back down, we've sort of rested in a new lower, which it hasn't quite gone down to that very, very low place that we were right at the beginning of the song. But it is really important to make sure that we do have a handle on our larynx position for the pitch, but also for the vocal quality that we're trying to work on. So if you're working on that lower part of the range and you want to gain more stability and security, then check out my free singing lesson available in the description below. I have a 3-part Find Your Chest Voice challenge, where I do take you through how you can build it up step by step. So check it out down below.
Kiss, kiss, goodbye. Now keep your half apologies, drunken apathy over and over again. Don't give me half apologies, drunken apathy over and over again. Kiss, kiss.
I love it. How exciting. Now I can see, now you can probably see why I wasn't such a fan of the Germany entry with Bola, because I suppose it's very, very subjective. So let me know down in the comments who you think is going to win, because I'm really unsure. I need to listen to more of these songs, and I'm so excited to go on the journey with you. So thank you for joining me. And if you want to see more Eurovision, then hit that subscribe button, because I'd love to hang out with you more often. So we've got we've gone into more of this falsetto voice quality, higher in the range. We've got a smaller mouth shape. That's really almost to do with the aerodynamics, that we're not going, and when we've got that more closed vowel, it's going to really help us to get enough back pressure so that we can help to close the vocal fold, so that it's not and we also need to play around with the fact that the mouth shape will change the way in which the sound is going to come out. So more of a which is what actually we had with Nemo a little bit, right, last year, with the more of that bridge section of the song. Well, they had more of a rounder mouth shape in order to create that sort of hollower sound, and that's obviously not what ADONXS is going for. We're high in the range, but we want a better vocal fold closure. Otherwise, it starts to sound breathy, and at the end of the song, that's what they did with a big cut off, kiss, kiss. That's a really great way for us to kind of create that juxtaposition between the sounds. But again, it's really subjective for what you are looking for as a singer in this moment. So ADONXS, I love the song. This was so, so beautiful. If you want to learn to control this amazing instrument that you have, everyone can learn to sing. I genuinely do believe that everybody has a beautiful voice inside them. Check out the link in the description below, because my online singing school, the Vocal Academy, is accepting new students. I would love to help you to gain control of your voice. I'm not crying, actually. I'm just recovering from a cold, and my throat is scratching a little bit. So don't worry, I'm not getting emotional about your singing journey. Although I do get emotional when I hear people say that they can't sing, or that they feel like it's not for them, or they feel like they've tried and they haven't gotten anywhere. The main thing with learning to sing is you have to get feedback. You have to get feedback from a professional like myself or one of our teachers in the Vocal Academy to know whether you are on the right track with, you can watch all of the tutorials in the world, but if you don't get feedback from someone who knows what they're talking about, you are just going to feel like you're not getting anywhere with your voice. And that is why In the Vocal Academy, you could submit videos so that we can have a look at your singing and give you feedback immediately on what you need to work on. You can join us for our bi-weekly masterclasses where you get live feedback on your singing. And you can join us for our monthly practice sessions where the groups are limited to only 6 singers, where you can get one-to-one feedback on your singing. And it's all down there. I want to create this place where you can feel like you have a safe space to learn how to sing. And that's why I would love to help you down in the Vocal Academy. Check out some more Eurovision up here and down here, and I'll see you around here next time. Happy singing! Ka kite anō.